All right, man, let's talk about Jay-Z. Jigga what? Jigga who? And Jay-Z is one of the most hated, my greasy lips, one of the most hated rappers of all time. I mean, people legitimately hate Jay-Z. You know, and some people feel like they got a respectable reason for hating the Jigga man. Now, you might ask, why do people not like Jay? Number of different reasons. People in the South had something against people in New York. You know, then it was, you know, talks about he, you know, snitched on a major distribution deal that was supposed to go around between Jay Prince and a few other companies, and he snitched. I mean, he snaked a bunch of people throughout his career. I mean, legitimately, we can go on and on and on and on. All right. So apparently he's been accused of Diddy allegations. All right. I'm going to read it and I'll put it on the screen because there are going to be some words that I ain't supposed to say. So, and obviously the black community is the ones that actually do the modern day lynching. All right. We share these stories. We talk about these stories. We kick him in the dirt. We say he need to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? We said he was next after Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people got mad because he backstabbed Kaepernick, but that's another, you know, video for another day. Right. So yeah, that was a thing, right? So, but yeah, nonetheless, man, that's what was being said about him. And but let's read the story. I'm gonna read it. Jay-Z accused of lawsuit of grape soda, if you catch my drift. 13-year-old girl in 2000, along with Sean Diddy Combs. So my thing is this: like, can we get some statute of limitations on this type of shit, bro? Going back 24 years is insane. And to me, it just sounds like a money grab. And miss me with all this. Oh, you know, I was scorned and I was scared to come out and say something, and get out of here. Do y'all watch TikTok? They talk about everything. These women have no shame. So coming out with your story and being worried about shame, no, these women have no shame anymore, bro. They talk about, what about the mama on from Baby Boy that talked about, you know, she felt empowered because she got a train ran on her in Jamaica for her 50th or something birthday. They have no shame. So miss me with, oh, I'm embarrassed or I'm ashamed. No, you're not. No, you're not. Miss me with that. Said an anonymous accuser identified as Jane Doe, per usual, said that the assault happened after she was driven to MTV Video Music Awards after party. My thing is this: why at 13 years old are you even in this crowd? That's weird to me. And you know, there was also some rumors about Jay-Z that he had similar rumored allegations, you know, that this happened with, you know, Aaliyah. And that was the reason why him and Dame Dash fell out for real. It wasn't that he was trying to take Aaliyah. Allegedly, he took Aaliyah underage. That's why people saying he was hanging out with R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't do nothing. You hanging out with the diddler. The federal law school was originally filed in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Combs as a defendant. It was refiled Sunday, including Carter. That sounds funny with me. Like, you going after Diddy first, but then you forgot about Jay. Like I said, Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who filed the suit, did not comment. Now, at the end of the day, Jaguar Wright been saying stuff like that. People say, oh, she a crackhead and she this, that, and the third, and whoop, 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 whoop. Man, maybe she behind it. She said she got several women that are ready to come out against Jay-Z. And I'm not saying it's one of them, but maybe it's one of them. Maybe it's one of them. So I'm not saying it's one of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's one of them, but maybe it's one of them. She said that. Remember, she did that interview on that dude show, and they shut that interview down and sent the cease and desist and made them take that interview down. So she been saying this. So he got Busby as a, he said Carter called the allegation idiotic and lengthy statement Sunday and alleged that Busby was engaged in unprofessional behavior. Oh, that's the same Tony Busby who he said he had all those allegations about Diddy down there in Houston. He said these allegations are heinous in nature, that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. I agree with that. Whomever would commit such crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Carter said in a statement to NBC News. These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. And that's my whole thing about it. Why are you filing civil cases? That's my thing. Why are we not filing criminal cases? Then you can file a civil case. If something happened to you like this, you know what I'm saying? You want justice? If something happened like this to you, don't you want I know you want your retribution. You want your cash. But first and foremost, you want this monster locked up so he can't do that to anybody else. But all these people going for money, I'm telling you, man, there's so many morally messed up people out here today, bro. They just care about money. They don't care about justice. They don't care about this happening to the next victim. All they care about is money. Like, my thing is, why don't you go out there and file the criminal charges first? And then, that's going to straight for your civil case. But you just want the money. You just want the money. And don't worry if he do this to another monster. This monster does this to another person. Right then and there, just let me know the character of person that this person is. And that's a piece of shit lawyer too, for real. A spokesman for the U.S. Attorney Office for the Southern District of New York declined to comment whether the office is pursuing the case when shown on NBC News on the lawsuit. Busby has filed several lawsuits in the recent months, all withheld their complaints names, accusing Combs of assault and grape soda. This is his first suit, which he has named another high-profile defendant. In the statement, legal representatives for Combs called the suit shameless publicity stunt designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them, just as lies have been spread about Mr. Combs. As his legal team has been said before, Mr. Combs has full confidence in the fact that his integrity and judicial process in the court, the truth will prevail, and Mr. Combs never essayed or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor, the statement read. The federal prosecutor in New York criminally charged Combs in September racketeering, as sex trafficking and other offenses, and he's behind bars in Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center after he was denied bail for the third time last month. His trial is scheduled for May 5th. So we already know what's going on there, right? The lawsuit claims that in 2000, Jane Doe was 13. Combs and Carter did the grape soda at her house party, at a house party MTV Music Awards, right? The lawsuit says the friend dropped her off at the VMA's Radio City Music Hall. She did not have a ticket, and she approached various limousine drivers to try to gain access to show her an after party. One driver, the lawsuit said, told her that he worked for Combs and that she fit what Diddy was looking for. He invited her to the party after the show and told her to return to the car later this evening and transported Quarter and Combs in the suit. Yes, later the driver picked her up, the suit says. After 20 minutes, they arrived at a White House, a U-shaped driveway. The suit says she had signed a document she believed was a non-disclosure agreement on arrival and did not receive a copy to enter the party. Says the suit says the file filled with celebrities and people doing marijuana and cocaine. She was offered a drink that made her feel woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. The suit says, and she went into the room to rest. Shortly after, the suit said Combs and Carter entered the room. Combs saying, "You ready to party?" That's when she alleges Carter removed her clothes, held her down, and finished the job, allegedly. The suit says that she was on the table resisting being forced to perform oral on Combs by hitting him in the neck and said stop. After she alleged the suit says she grabbed her clothes and left. She made her way to the gas station where she called her father. It says if her father was body, he'd have went back in there with the yappa. I mean, son. The accuser is seeking unspecified damages. The lawsuit was filed under New York's Victim Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act. Yeah, that new shit they put in. or whatever. My only heartbreak is for my family, Carter said in a statement. My wife and I will have to sit down on our children, one who was at the age where her friends will surely press and ask her questions about the nature of these claims and explains cruelty and greed of people. I'm warning yet another loss of innocence. Only our network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, or psychics will idiotic claims you levied against me that, if not for the seriousness sounding a harm to the kids, will be laughable, Carter added. So, I mean, she said all this happened. I mean, why not go to the police then? My pops, man, would have went up there with the yappa. I don't really understand it. So, not Jay Z in it. You know, once one bowling pin fall, a lot of the other nine of them continue to fall, or the majority of them. So this ain't gonna be the end of it at all. So, yeah, they said they was coming for him next, and you know that looks to be what is happening. So, Jigga what? Jigga who? Jigga what? But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live, drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Check out the Patreon. You won't be disappointed. Peace.